friends, welcome back to Simply Our Home. If you're new here, hi, my name is Amy. I'm trying something new this 12 days of Christmas, and that is to do more day in the life and Vlogmas. So today I have to get some organization done in my kitchen cabinets, and then I thought I would bring you along for a fun DIY wreath project that you can use your cookie cutters with. So I hope that you'll enjoy today's video. That's my dog ringing her bell. And if you enjoy today's video, go ahead, give me a big thumbs up, and I hope you'll subscribe if you're new. So this morning, we had a little bit of snow flurries, just a teeny little bit, but it is all gone now, as you can see. But if I come over here, outside on my cushions, which I need to get out there and get those stored away. But do you see the little teeny bit of snow that's on the cushion there? So today's pretty cold. I'm not sure what the weather is. I'll have to ask Alexa. Alexa, what's the weather?
It's 35 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has snow flurries, with a high of 35 degrees and a low of 25 degrees.
So we have this Echo Dot, and it is so nice to have. It helps with different questions. We like to play Christmas music. So the Echo Dot, it would be a great Christmas idea for someone maybe on your list that you can't figure out what to get. I need to unload the dishwasher, and then I'll show you my cabinets, how cluttered looking them are. I'll just go ahead and do that right now. So if you can see this one, I mean, they're not terrible, but they're just unorganized. I'll just go ahead and swing over here to this one. We have our dog food, which is convenient to, give the dogs their food, but then we have cups down here. If you look in the back, there's some that are knocked over, and half of them we don't even use. So I really need to just declutter and get rid of what we're not using. Then another, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cabinets that I just want to, look at that, so cluttered, things are falling over. There's some baking stuff here, you can see, but then these are falling over. Some more baking stuff here. We hardly ever use this cabinet now. My cutting boards and things like that we do. So I'm not sure why I have my baking stuff here, because like I said, that's rarity. So I think I need to put them in a cabinet that we normally don't use, and is a little less accessible. Because this one over here, it is kind of hard to get to, because you have to open it like this, and then it is jammed full of just extra things that we don't use. Syrup in a cabinet down here, I don't understand. Well, the reason actually for that is because Elena's a little short. And so when we had it in the top cabinet here, where all the spices and things go, and that wreath is a sneak peek there that we will be getting to a little later in the video. But when she was littler, she couldn't get to it. So the syrup had to be down here, because I like my kids to be independent and be able to, get their own things. That was when they're little. Of course, now she's in 9th grade, she does. And then this one, I like that this is what we use typically, in the kitchen and stuff. So I kind of like this cabinet. I might just pull it out, wipe down the cabinets, and then go from there. But first things first, I'm going to go ahead and unload the dishwasher. It's calling my name. Get all those things done, and then I think I'm just going to unload everything, put it on the island, and then declutter and organize from there. have this problem, but every time I use this I primarily use for my eggs. I don't know if you have a pan that is specific for your doing eggs in the morning or whenever you do scrambled eggs or fry eggs. But typically what I have to do is go ahead and put a little bit of olive oil on a paper towel on it and then actually put it in to store that way, or it will stick every time. Now this pan is awesome, and I don't even know the brand that it is, but we actually got this for my son because he kept using mine and it would always stick my eggs. So I got his own, and his works really good and mine doesn't. Mine is the Green Plus Life brand. Now it is good, but like I said, I always have to pre-olive oil it or pre-oil it to prevent it from sticking. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing.
Okay, so now that everything is cleaned up after breakfast and I've put away the dishes, now it's time to destroy my kitchen. Well, those problem area cabinets, what I'm going to do is pull everything out, put it on the island and on the countertops, and then group them into like items. So things for baking, things for prep in your kitchen. So basically my kitchen is going to look like it blew up. But again, it's got to look worse before it's going to look better. So getting everything out, you're going to be able to visualize what space needs more and what space needs little, and then you can then section it off a lot easier. So let's go ahead and tackle this together.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand.
Okay, so my kitchen looks like it has totally blew up, but it has to get worse before it gets better. So I have everything pulled out of those 5 cabinets, and I'm just going to start organizing. I think I'll start with this cabinet first because it's the easiest. I still want the dog stuff there, and our cups, like our sports drinks cups and things like that. So I'll just pan through here and let you just see how much stuff I had in those 5 cabinets. I think I'm a professional Tetris stacker organizer because I can take a small space and really fill it to its max. So now that I've showed you my kitchen that just blew up, I'm going to go ahead and wipe down inside each cabinet with just some dish soap and hot water. Then I'll begin organizing and getting all the stuff back into the cabinets. I hope this gives you some motivation to maybe tackle that maybe area that you've been putting off. So get up, get to it, and we'll finish these jobs together. So I'm starting with my easiest cabinet first so that I can get everything back into it and clear some of the clutter. And so I'm just going to make 2 piles, one for donating and one for garbage, and then just start loading up the like items into the cabinet. This side over here is very accessible for the dog's treats, and then their bowls, and their food is right here. And then on this lower shelf, I thought everything that we do with grilling. So a lot of times my husband will use these pans for grilling. And then he has a couple grilling utensils, and then even our marshmallow sticks. And then over here, platters, in case he has something that he wants to put out, like meats and things, he can have a platter that is super handy and right off the door. So I think that'll work pretty good. And now I think I'll work on this cabinet, and I'm thinking I want to put baking in this. The top shelf is going to be baking, and then the bottom shelf has our Ninja, our blenders, and then over here it has like the pancake maker, the griddle, and then the waffle maker, I'm sorry. And then up there is my mixer. So I think this cabinet really turned out well, and it's going to be so much easier to get to. So this is the progress we've made so far. I'm thinking that the candy and things like that need to go in the food area, so more in the pantry, or this is usually where we have snacks. So I'm still not sure what I'm doing with that. Here is how this cabinet turned out. Much better. Nothing is falling over and spilling out. So we have popcorn maker and popcorn containers on the bottom, and then other items that you use for prepping during cooking. Definitely making a lot of progress, and I've gotten rid of a good bit of stuff. My trash can is totally full of just manuals, and like I'd kept all these little cups maybe for, you know, I thought that I would use them, but I never have, so I'm gonna get rid of those. And then I just have a bag there of, I still have the cups, so don't know what to do with them. I have a bag of trash, and then if you spin over here, this is my Goodwill or donate pile. So I'm making progress. So this is how this cabinet turned out, and it's pretty much the same. I've decluttered a little bit, but I'd kept my George Foreman on the bottom, and then we have our Instant Pot on the top, and then with accessories, and then also our food scale where we measure out our food in grams, ounces, and pounds. So I think this really turned out nice. Unfortunately, I can't put this standing up in there, and I wish I could because it would fit so nicely, but I want to keep it just in case we're ever having parties or something. Sometimes I think it's nice to have a whole pot ready for like company and parties, so that's why I'm keeping it. It's like my friend. So I think I'll still stick it back here in the corner. So since that is basically for parties, usually I only use my ice bucket during parties as well. So I think here will be a great place, as well as a punch bowl, again, for parties. So this is going to be like my party cabinet. So you're very rarely in this, and I think that'll work out really nice. So this is how our corner cabinet turned out, and I love it. It is just primarily for entertaining and bringing things to and from parties. So here in this cabinet, I found a home for our water bottles and mugs. So for now, this is the home of our candy container. Now I made sure to remove all chocolate or anything that could harm the dogs if the cabinet would be left open, but it's just going to find its home right there, and actually it works out really nicely. I just finished everything and everything looks amazing. So I did this on zero budget. I just organized. So I took everything out, decluttered, and then put it back in, and it looks great. I am so happy I went ahead and did this. So I encourage you, go ahead, do the drawer that you're always putting off. It'll make you feel so much better. And it actually only took me, and this was 5 huge cabinets, and it only took me about an hour and a half to complete it. So I'm just going to wipe down the counters now. Since everything was sitting on it, I feel like they're probably a little bit dusty. So I'm just going to wipe that down, and then we'll get started on the wreath craft. So I thought this DIY wreath idea was super cute. To make the wreath, you'll be using cookie cutters. Now you can buy a container of these for very cheap from the Dollar Tree, Walmart, or about anywhere really this time of year. The cookie cutters are going to glue together and make the form for your wreath. So what I did was to take a cardboard cutout of the size of the wreath that I wanted. For reference, I used a 10-inch dinner plate for the outside measurement and a teacup for the center. Then I laid the cookie cutters on top. For this step, you'll have to play around with the arrangement, and it will take some time to get it to look round like a wreath. Once you're good with the layout of the cookie cutters, you can take your hot glue gun and secure all the individual pieces together. Once it is glued, the next step is to trace around the outside edge of each cookie cutter. Make sure you leave a little bit around each. You could actually do this step before it's all glued together to make it easier, but in my case, I had already glued it. I'm using different types of wrapping paper, but you could also use scrapbook paper or cardstock if you prefer. This can be customized to your Christmas colors, and you can leave some of the cookie cutters bare if you'd like to see through them. You will glue them to the back of the wreath, so be sure to have your paper just slightly bigger than the cookie cutters so that you can easily glue it. You're gluing the paper to the back so that when you flip it over, you're looking through the cookie cutter to the colorful paper behind. Once that is done and your wreath is complete, the last step is to attach a festive ribbon for hanging the wreath, and you're finished. I think this is a super adorable wreath to place in your kitchen, either on a cabinet, window, or door. It really complements a baking theme for Christmas, and I love how it turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and maybe you and your kids or grandkids will sit down and do this craft together this Christmas. Okay friends, I'm going to go ahead and end today's vlog. I hope that you enjoyed spending the day with me and organizing all those cabinets. And also I hope you give that DIY project a try. If you do, let me know in the comments or just shoot me an instant message over on Instagram. Again, it's at Simply Our Home. So I hope that you continue to enjoy these vlogs. And depending on what is going on, I'm getting a little bit itchy to decorate something. So can you believe my daughter, Elena, hasn't put up her Christmas tree yet? Now it's a small one, but I may actually jump into it tomorrow and get her Christmas tree up and maybe even clean her room. I don't typically show you all my children's rooms, just to give them a little privacy, but she actually said that was fine if I wanted to clean her room. It may be one of the last times because she's wanting to get a makeover for her room. So tomorrow sounds like that would be fun to take you along and decorate her room and just really give it a good clean. She typically does her room, but you know teens, they need a little help sometimes. So I hope that you did enjoy today's video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up and let me know down in the comments if you're enjoying these day in the lives. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting the hang of it. But I'm itching to get back into decorating and showing you all kinds of ways to decorate. And I just love the seasonal changes. So I will be decorating for winter. So I think I'll be getting a winter haul. So be on the lookout for that and get your notifications on and select all so that when I do post a video, you'll be the first to know. And if you are new to my channel, again, my name is Amy, and I'm so glad that you've stayed to the end to join me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. I just feel so blessed to have such a nice community of ladies who support me. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and rest the rest of the evening and spend a little downtime with my hubby watching some TV. So I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.